Hey, what's up, folks? It's Nick with TTcoins.com, and we're going to be looking into answering the question, what makes a coin valuable today? So, in my research, there are four primary components, four characteristics that we're going to be going over that are intrinsic to every coin that are going to play the largest role in what makes it valuable. And that is number one, the date, or how old a coin is. Number two, the mint mark, or where the coin was made. Number three, condition. And this is a huge one. How closely does the coin approximate its original perfect state when it was fresh off the presses? And number four, the composition of the coin. What metals are it made of? A lot of people overlook this last point, but we're going to be covering it more in depth in this video. So without further ado, let's look at some pictures of pretty coins and get to explaining. So the first important factor to consider when evaluating the value of a coin is its date. And in general, the older a coin, the higher the value of the coin. Take, for instance, this 2014 Lincoln cent. It's not particularly valuable because it's brand new. And we have over here in similar condition, a 1929 Lincoln wheat cent with the wheat ear reverse. This coin is actually worth about $20 in the condition that it's in because very few from that era have survived in this good of shape. Now, from the 19th century, if we had a wheat penny, an Indian head penny from 1896 like this one, that was in mint state condition, like these other two, it could potentially be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, in part because it is so old. The second important factor to consider when evaluating the value of a coin is its mint mark, or where the coin was made. We're going to use this 1889 Morgan silver dollar as an example. We can't see the mint mark on the front, but if we flip it over to the back, that little O right there signifies that this coin comes from New Orleans. Now, the Carson City mint is actually a much more popular and collectible mint. For this particular year, they did produce Carson City Morgans in the year 1889 and would be worth over $100 potentially in this similar condition. So even though the coins may look identical in all aspects except for that mint mark, in which case Carson City would be CC right here, this O mint mark coin from New Orleans is worth substantially less. The third and one of the most important things to consider when evaluating the value of a coin is the condition of the coin. And we're going to use the same Morgan dollar that we used in our last example and compare it to this other coin of the same year and the same mint mark. Now, this coin clearly has far less details. No hairlines, no flowers apparent in the design. The rim is worn smooth and you can't see any of the denticles or the little beads around the rim. This is a coin that would grade much lower on the scale as opposed to this Morgan silver dollar over here. And as a result, this coin is substantially less valuable than this one. Now, in the higher grades in particular, this can matter a lot. The difference between, say, a coin that is in mint state condition and almost mint state or almost uncirculated can potentially be hundreds of dollars. So, if these two coins were from the same year, then the one on the left would be substantially more valuable. And finally, the last aspect that a lot of people look over that actually does matter a lot when you're finding out how much your coins are worth is what composition of metal they are made of. Take, for example, these two Kennedy half dollars, both in very nice condition, looking pretty flawless overall, but this one is from 1964, this one's from 1967. Now, the difference in date aside, the major thing that prevents this 1967 coin from being worth as much as the 1964 half dollar is the composition of metal. So this 1964 coin in my fingers here is made of 90% pure silver, whereas this coin is only made of 40% silver. So the 90% silver coin is worth well over twice as much as the 40% silver half dollar. But because this coin does actually still contain silver, it's worth more than its face value. So if you see any Kennedy half dollars from the years 1965 to 1970, or for that matter, any that are older than that, be sure to pick them up and keep them because they're worth good money.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you have any more questions, or you enjoyed the content and would like to tell me about it, comment below, and I'll be sure to read through them. Thanks again, and take care.